Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Modern Warfare, and I wanted to share with you guys the best class setup for the MP7 here in the game. This is a very powerful submachine gun, one of my favorites to use, and I'm hoping that I will be able to share with you guys my class setup that makes this gun way overpowered, and hopefully you'll be able to do just as well with it. So obviously we're running the MP7. If you look at the attachments in the bottom left corner, you'll see our stats after all the attachments are added. We're buffing accuracy significantly, damage and range very much, and then control a little bit. The only thing we're losing, we're sacrificing a little bit of mobility, which isn't too big of a deal because we've got a submachine gun. We're really quick with this weapon anyways, so that mobility isn't too important. So as long as we're buffing that accuracy and damage, we get some range up there, our control's better. Obviously, this gun's going to be very good. So the first attachment that we're running, obviously we're not using a muzzle. We're using the barrel, and we're using the FSS Recon. So I really like this one. Obviously, you get damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. And if you look at the stats, we're buffing our accuracy a little bit with this, and this is what's going to be our significant buff to the range. So with this FSS Recon, it's allowing us to shoot further and be able to get more eliminations from further away, which is always nice to have with a submachine gun. And obviously, we're buffing our control a little bit. This is what's going to knock down our mobility in the long run. But FSS Recon is a really good attachment to run on this weapon. We're also using a Solo Zero Optics mini reflex sight, so obviously we're going to get better accuracy by using this. We are knocking down our control a little bit. This is kind of just if you want to use it. I know a lot of people don't like to use any scopes or any type of sight with SMGs. Personally, I really like it on this weapon. I think it's so good, and with some of these maps, obviously we don't have too many small maps. I think it's nice to be able to have that reflex. You guys know me that watch my videos. I love the mini reflex sight, so that's why I kind of stick to these, but obviously we're going to buff our accuracy with this. So if you want to use this, this is a good way to go. If not, I understand. Like I said, we're not going to use a laser. We're not going to be using a stock either. Our underbarrel, we're going to be running Commando foregrip, and if you've seen my weapon videos, you know that this is one of the best attachments you can run for a weapon. It's so easy to get, obviously being the first one you unlock, and compared to all the other ones, it's better stats overall. It's so good. You get recoil stabilization and aiming stability, and the only thing you sacrifice is movement speed, which is obviously mobility. If you take a look at the stats, this is literally helping everything. Our accuracy, our range, our control. It's amazing. A great attachment to be running. We're not going to be running any extra ammunition. Obviously, the MP7 is fine the way it is. We don't really have too many issues with that. Our rear grip, we're going to be running rubberized grip tape. And if you take a look at the stats on this one, this is what's knocking down our control just a little bit. But it's also buffing our accuracy a lot more than what we started with. So obviously we get recoil control, we knock down aiming stability, a pretty good attachment to run compared to the other ones. Obviously we don't want to lose accuracy, we don't want to lose really too much mobility. But yeah, so all this really does is knock down your control just a little bit, which in the long term we're kind of over anyways. We're already up in control. So if you look down in the bottom left, you'll see that we're in the green on control. So it's good to run that. And then perk wise, we're running FMJ. You guys know I love FMJ because we always boost the damage. We're able to shoot through walls, and that's very important, especially in this game, since there's a million different walls and doorways that people can run through. So having that bullet penetration is really nice, especially with SMGs when you're running around and being very aggressive. But those are the attachments we're going to be running. Secondary wise, not really too big of a deal. I like running a shotgun, to be completely honest with you, but to do that you need to run overkill. But for this class setup, we're just going to be using a pistol. We're going to be using the Desert Eagle. Honestly, I've had so much fun with this gun. It's so good, especially when you're up close. You can get one-shot kills pretty easily. So running that Desert Eagle is your secondary is going to be good. Perk wise, we're definitely going to be running EOD. This is very important with an SMG. Obviously, you're going to take reduced damage from non-lethal killstreak explosives. Non-killstreak explosives is what I meant to say. You're playing game modes like Domination, Hardpoint, Headquarters. You're going to need this. This is going to be really clutch. Grenades are flying everywhere. So to have this, obviously, you're gonna be able to survive a lot longer. Obviously, second perk, we're running Ghost. Always got to run Ghost. Always got to have Ghost, especially with when you have an SMG and you're running around in the spawn. It's nice to be able to flank people and not have to worry about them knowing that you're coming up behind them. And then we're running Battle Hardened. Again, I think this is very important for SMGs just because this same effect as EOD, except obviously this is going to reduce the strength of flashes, stuns, and EMPs. So it's nice to be able to be very aggressive and not have to worry about all that extra crap coming at you. But those are the perks we're going to be running. We're running a Simtex other than a frag because we're going to have a lot of close quarters gunfights. So when you're using a frag, generally you're going to throw it long distance, but we're going to be in a lot of close quarter situations, so having that Simtex will be nice. And then we're going to be running a flash grenade. We're going to be going into a lot of rooms, going into a lot of buildings. Obviously, we're being aggressive with the submachine gun, so having that flash is going to be really, really clutch. But and then I'm running Dead Silence. You don't have to run Dead Silence as your field upgrade if you don't want to. I really love Dead Silence and think it's very important, especially if you're trying to flank players. But anyway, guys, that's what we have for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this MP7 class loadout. If you guys have any questions or anything else to add, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.